20 years. 20 freaking years. How the time flies. So, I just got out of the theaters from the 20th anniversary re-release of my all-time favorite Star Wars film, Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3, the end of the prequel trilogy. And this film just keeps getting better and better with age. So, little background. When this originally came out all the way back in 2005, I was about 7.5 years old when it came out. My parents were very strict about which films I was allowed to see back in the day, being like, oh, you can see G-rated, you can see PG-rated, as long as we tell you it's like what to expect and all that. But for like PG-13, it was like a no-go until I got close to 13. But when advertisements for Revenge of the Sith started coming out back in the day, I was begging my parents, please let me see this in the theaters. So they debated amongst themselves over how they were going to broach this topic. So they're like, all right, we're going to go see it ourselves, and we are going to determine when is the best point for you to close your eyes, because it was supposed to be one of the parts of the climax of the film is the birth of Darth Vader. So when they came back, all right, they're like, okay, Jaden, you can watch the movie, but you have to promise that when your dad tells you to cover your eyes, you listen to him, and you can uncover them when he tells you to, and so on and so on and so forth. I promised, and I went to go see it, and honestly, I stand by my statement earlier that Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars film. Just in my heart of hearts, it is better than pretty much anything. Like, if I had to rate the Star Wars films, it would be Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, A New Hope. That would be where my top 3 rankings would go. And yeah, the effects still hold up. The fights are unbelievably incredible. And with this showtime in particular, I went to go to the special D-box seats over that the Cinemark has. So when you're sitting down, the seats will shake and move depending on if the scene in particular has like a vehicle moving, or like people are getting into like a big old fight, or if there's like huge amounts of force or explosions or what have you going around. And this legitimately might have been the best viewing experience I've had for this movie ever. Actually physically getting to feel the force as we watch the movie. So yeah, I love this. From top to bottom, I loved this. So it's still, Revenge of the Sith is still in the theaters as of the recording of this video, but it's not going to be in the theaters for long. So if you have the time, if you have the theaters that has the crazy moving seats, go see this. You will not regret it at all, and you are doing yourself a solid by seeing one of the greatest Star Wars movies ever made. So, to everybody at Lucasfilm and to George Lucas himself, thank you very much for making this, and for making quite possibly one of the biggest genre-defying science fiction fantasy sagas of all time. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. I know I've been gushing for most of this, but yeah, those are my thoughts. So take care, everybody, and may the Force be with you.